Welcome to Empowered to Grow, the podcast. I am your host, Hanan Basha, the business doctor. Following our conversations with empowered women who woke up one day and consciously claimed, I am more than enough, I am worthy, I am empowered to grow. And along their empowering journey towards realizing their own potential and their quest for growth, they became a beacon of hope and guidance for others. May you also find your inner power to grow. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Empowered to Grow. This is your host, Hanan Basha. I have a lovely lady with me today whom we met online. Again, as I always say, the perks of online and the internet, it's that I get to meet amazing women from all around the world. Isabelle Bart is the founder of Holistic Strategy, and amazingly moving and transitioning from a corporate life in strategy and marketing, she decided she wanted to bring that to people, to their lives and to everything else within it, men and women, talking about holistic living. And she said some of the secret words I love, which is also joy and abundance. And last but not least, she is an amazingly empowered lady, as she is a cancer survivor too. Isabelle, thank you and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I love the energy already.
Thank you. So I say this all the time, and that's how I start the show. When I say the show is called Empowered to Grow, what does that mean to you? How did that resonate with you?
It really, what I'm thinking is I'm a lifelong learner, and I've managed many teams before in the corporate world. And actually what I was always telling people is I love empowering my team members and other people, because I think it's so fulfilling to see others grow to their full potential.
Yeah.
And there are many ways to do that. And I think to do that, we also need, as leaders, all of us, and looking at, children and the next generation, I think we need to make sure that we, teach individuals to be curious and open-minded and wanting to learn more, because I think, accessing knowledge and growth is key. I've also done that a lot with my personal style. So, there is kind of the growth that may be related to your job, right? So if you're, in marketing, you learn how to grow your marketing skills and so on.
Yes.
But to me, what is really dear to my heart is actually self-awareness and growth, because we're all unique individuals and we have a unique contribution to the world. But I think it's important to really understand who you are and what your potential is and how you can get there.
I love that.
I love the word empowering for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best words.
I love that. And the way you just said that we're all unique. I actually, my newsletter that just came out a few days ago, I was saying that you're unique, and don't be stuck or drowned by the notion that there are 7 billion people on earth. Yes. And every single one of them is unique. And I think that is an empowering thought to start with, actually. So you have empowered yourself to grow on a few levels. So would you share with us a bit about your story, please?
Sure. So on the professional side, I came from a traditional background, thought I would be a corporate, marketeer for my whole career.
Been there, done that too. Yes.
Right. So, and again, I've always been big on, hey, I want to be, at the cutting edge of my field and always learning new skills, new trends. So that was important to me. I think what I also realized with time and leading people is that really the human aspect of growth was even more interesting to me, because yes, we need technical skills, right? We all have a set of skills. But really what I realized is that a lot of times what makes it or breaks it in the world is really your soft skills.
Sure.
So, working on different projects, actually over the past couple of years, a little bit more as a consultant or independently, I realized that people enjoy working with me not just because I could be good at what I did, but really because I was responsive. I always delivered what I promised on time.
Yeah.
I communicated clearly and I set expectations. And I think this was going much further than what I actually brought on the technical side.
Aspect of it. Yeah.
Yes. And so I really think that that's kind of why the idea of holistic and why I like the word is because I think to be a really good leader, it's not just about, your job or what you think is your technical piece, but it's also about your emotional intelligence, your other soft skills, and that self-awareness and growth that you can, do again from a human standpoint. That in my mind is key. And I didn't learn that until I went well advanced in my 30s, because, I went to business school where it was sometimes a shark environment where, you feel like you're competing with very highly talented individuals. You got to be the best at what you do. But in actuality, in the world, I think we all know that this emotional intelligence piece is becoming even more important today.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. And then, so you decided to capitalize on that and kind of found holistic strategy.
Yes, because again, of that, human aspect and helping individuals thrive. And also you mentioned earlier that I'm a cancer survivor. So on the personal side, it was a little bit of a shock. And I went through this process of, realizing that you may be doing all the right things and things are still going to happen to you. This is just the universe, right?
Yes,
we don't know what's going to happen to us.
Yes.
But, it's still important. I think what people have told me is, yes, and maybe when I got cancer, it could have been worse. Maybe actually the fact that it was very slow was because of some of the things I was doing in my life to take care of myself, my diet, exercising, having a good balance. And I also feel like going through treatment was very easy for me. Of course, I'm also fairly young, but just because I had, I wanted to have kind of, a good lifestyle that in general, keeps me in shape, keeps me,
You've empowered your body to heal and to take it as a challenge to kind of step up.
Exactly. And that's, again, I think, I've worked with a few clients where I can see a pattern where sometimes people feel like things happen to them, it's like, and I'm like, no, you have no idea how much control you actually have. Yes. Not on everything for sure, but there is so much more we can drive that I think we give ourselves credit for.
I totally agree. So from where you stand now, what if you were to go back and impart advice on your 19-year-old self, what would you tell her?
That's a good question. So I will probably tell her, I've always been actually big on follow your intuition. And I actually was better at that when I was younger, because I decided to move across, I grew up in Europe. I'm now settled in the United States. That was a big move that I did when I was 21. And it was kind of against what I was supposed to do. But at that time, I followed my intuition. And then I think as I built my career and life and I got a little older, I started feeling comfortable. And I think we all go through that phase where it's like, I have a decent job. I'm building a family. Why rock the boat now?
Yes.
But I taught myself again back the couple of years, especially since I got cancer as well, about almost a year ago now, really following your intuition is key, because I think your body and your minds are connected and they know what you're supposed to do. But we have all these other things around us, this noise that distract us from it.
Yes.
So I think what I love to do with younger people as well is teach them how, again, their self-awareness, understanding who they are, who they want to be, their strengths and weaknesses. And instead of trying to spend a lifetime fixing your weaknesses, just capitalize on your strength and be comfortable with yourself, feel loved, feel that you're here to accomplish something in this world and it's going to be fine. It's going to work out. So just get in tune with your body and follow what it's telling you. I mean, I know it sounds a little bit, I'm sure some people are skeptical when they hear that, but having gone through that, I really believe in it. And so I think I will encourage, my younger self, I would have said, look, yes, get your MBA, whatever you got to do, but really also do that work, of kind of personality, self-awareness. And, I think this is something that should be part of education in general. Just like I feel like, they should teach kids more about meditation, getting into it with yourself.
Yes, we're all advocating for it. We're all advocating for it.
Yeah,
it's amazing. So, going on the other end of the time spectrum, and provided that you could have a time capsule, what would you thank your 90-year-old self for? Or sorry, what would your 90-year-old self thank you for if she's to send you a call from a time capsule?
I love this question. I really think I would want my 90-year-old to thank me for making the right decisions that I know I need to make based on, again, my intuition, my heart, and taking that risk and not settling down into the comfort I've built. And, and really feeling like, I still have hopefully half a lifetime ahead of me right now. And let's make the best out of it versus saying, this is good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So still tapping into your further of your potential rather than just saying, we're good. Okay. Let's just stay here where it's comfortable and we've accomplished something.
Right. And it's always a difficult paradigm, right? Because there is also a concept about being content with what you have, which I also believe in. It's like, it's okay. We should sometimes be more grateful and appreciative of what we have. So I think it's again a polarity and a balance of finding what works for you, right? So I also don't, I don't want to preach keep complaining, it's never good enough. No, because you're going to be on that wheel that will never end. Sure. So it's kind of in between, I'm guessing.
Sure. Yeah. It is. It's I think it's a very individualized and personalized approach, and there is no right or wrong. It's just that what works for you. But stems from the realization that there's more potential, there's more I could do, and I want to keep going. I'm still very grateful for everything I have. I'm very grateful for everything I have become. I am gratified and fulfilled, but there's more, and there's more for me to give, actually, rather than just for me to get. And I think that is where a lot of amazing things come out when it comes from a place of service.
Yes.
So you're on a stage and you're finishing up a talk to tens of thousands of women that is about being empowered to grow. What would be that last statement you leave them with?
I would probably say to them, don't wait to pursue your dream. Don't wait for the wake-up call like I did, with cancer.
Yeah.
There is always going to be, after this. But I guess my motto will be: the time is now. Time is now, and don't. I believe in being in action. I believe, and they say that a lot, and it, to me, it's true. It's really, don't plan forever until you jump in the water. Just jump, and then, then you will be fine. And trust in yourself. That too.
Yeah, I love that. Well, Isabelle, thank you so much for sharing your energy and your wisdom with us. How would our listeners find you, or where would they find you in virtual space?
So they can go to my website, holisticstrat.com. Also can type isabellebart.com, like my name, if it's easier. And I have a few downloads there, and I'll be happy to connect. I offer free consultation. So I hope any listener who's interested will book a chat with me, and I'd love to explore their situation and how we can transform their lives together.
I love that. Thank you. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. As Isabelle was saying, trust your intuition. The time is now, and don't wait. The analysis by paralysis is a real thing, and you could plan forever. And I know I've been there and I've done that. And I sometimes revert back to that. And I keep reminding myself to take action. Love, abundance, and prosperity to you all. I'll see you next time. Thank you for listening to the Empowered to Grow podcast. For further engagement with a tribe of empowered women, join my Facebook group, Empowered to Grow, or visit my website, www.hananelbasha.com. I'll catch you on the next episode. And until then, know that empowered you empowers others. Love, abundance, and prosperity to you all.